Guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you a scary story. It was made up by me and my brain, okay? I have no script, okay? So let's begin. One night, me, my dad, my mom, and my aunt were going to an auction. We had no money for a babysitter because we were going to use it at the auction. So we did the worst mistake ever. A mistake, if I ever had a child, that I would never do again. We left my brother home alone. And that mistake was the worst mistake of my life. I was 18. No kids were allowed in there. That was their policy. Obviously, I wasn't a kid. I was a teenager. But I was a mature one for my age, so they took me and let me in. My brother, he was too young to go. He wouldn't understand anything. I was really smart. I was basically a nerd. I was really good with this auction stuff. My brother, he wasn't really that much help. We had no money for a babysitter, so we left him home alone. It was a night at the auction. A bunch of boring stuff went by, a bunch of buying, a bunch of people holding up cards, screaming out millions over paintings and priceless antiques, diamonds, and jewels. And once we got home, a window was broken. Police were there, surrounding it. My mom was screaming, crying, after the talk with the police she had, that my brother had been kidnapped by some random lunatic. I cried so much. My dad was furious. The operator recorded the entire call. And it scared me. The call was the scariest 911 call I've ever heard. 911, what's your emergency? Yes, there's this man standing outside of my window smiling at me. He won't go away. Okay, where do you live? In an apartment. I don't know what's the number or anything. Okay, we'll track the call. Son, please stay on the line with me. Okay. So, how do you see him through your window? Well, in this apartment, there's this, hallway thingy, which leads outside by a balcony outside. He's just standing through my bedroom window, just looking at me. Okay, son, I want you to grab a knife and go in the bathroom. Hello? Kid? I was in shock. I was so scared and so sad. But it wasn't the end of it, the man said. Well, not the man, the operator. We called him the man. Because, the big man, that's what we used to call the cops. Because that cop we called the man was my uncle. And he said this. At the end, a random man just spoke on the phone with the operator and said this. Don't worry. The child is safe with me. No need to come. Hello? I was so scared and sad. So many emotions. I felt like I was going through puberty again. Months have passed by since my brother's disappearance. But one day, I turned on the news just to get my mind off it. I've been crying for weeks, depressed for weeks, not talking to anybody at school for weeks. The bullies even felt bad for me. And on the news, in a warehouse, they found my brother's body. He was dead. And there was a note saying, greedy boy. I was paralyzed. So sad. I couldn't feel anything. Why did it say greedy boy? I went on my brother's computer, just trying to look at old pics until I accidentally pressed the web browsing history. And what it said shocked me. He entered this contest, this scam contest to win a PS4. So he entered his home address. And I thought, that's how they found him. I called the police, told my parents immediately. police came and tracked the site. Its owner. The site owner was later arrested. We were in court. He was sentenced to the death penalty. He had no words. He just sat there, hysterically laughing. And I just went up, got out, and started punching him. And he didn't even care. He just kept laughing. He was even bleeding. The cops had to pull me away, obviously. And the thing before why he left was, I didn't do it. It was the man with no face who did it. And I'm like, he must have taken drugs or something. But I'm glad, happy knowing the man who killed my brother is gone. Until the next day. One night, I'm hanging out in my friend's house and thinking, what does he mean by the man with no face did it? Then my friend had to go to use the bathroom. I heard a scream. I heard an ah! I went in the bathroom. A man, tentacles, very tall, like 7 feet, no face, standing there. My friend, he had his neck sliced open. I was paralyzed in fear and fainted of shock. And that was the end of this tale. Well, guys, leave in the comments below if this freaking scared you. If this scared you, leave a like and subscribe. Because if it did scare you, then wow. And this is for all you kids out there who watch my channel or something. Please, okay, this is a lesson. If you see a pop-out ad saying you want an iPhone X or anything like a game or sorry about the Burger King, I have a dog, or like a PS4, ignore it. If it's they might look legit, but it's not. They're trying to get your identity and where you live. So just ignore it or ask an adult before you do that. So guys, that was a lesson on you shouldn't enter anything on pop-out ads and ignore pop-out ads. They can lead to your demise, like his brother. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what the main character's name was Johnny and his brother was named Aaron. It can lead to your demise, like Aaron's. It can possibly lead to Slenderman finding you. You just don't ever click on those pop-up ads. Because I might have this thing that tracks everything you do. If you click on them, if it says you want something for free, just ignore it. Ask an adult before you do it. And if they say no, no. Okay? Don't freak out over it. They're just trying to protect you. Okay? So guys, that was a lesson learned in this video. Never click on pop-out ads. I wanted to do a scary story, because it seemed pretty fun. I seen videos like Mr. Nightmare and stuff. Mr. Nightmare is a scary guy YouTuber, or Mick Creepypasta. I don't know if that's his actual name. Some of this story actually came from Mick Creepypasta and the Slenderman 911 phone call thing. Most of the story came from this. Okay, inspiration. This story inspired me from the 911 phone call with Slenderman. And the pop-out ad, that thing, creepypasta, that actually inspired me to make this video and warn you guys of the dangers of pop-out ads. So guys, subscribe, hit the like button. I'm not just telling you guys this for subscribers like most YouTubers do. I'm telling you guys for safety. So many kids go missing a year, and I don't want that to happen to any of my fans. So subscribe and bye. Oh yeah, leave a like.